Pakistan was given that position so that Donald Trump can undermine India. By picking up Asif Munir as the mediator, where do we stand then? What is our role? How are we relevant in this area, in this region? We have no voice. We have absolutely no voice. We just sit and be a spectator while America and Pakistan and all sort problems out. India's External Affairs Ministry has failed the Indian government, has failed Indian people. Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Today I'm going to use words very carefully. Today I'm going to express myself very carefully. You see, the United States of America and Donald Trump invited Asif Munir and Pakistan to mediate between the United States and Iran. This is exactly what happened. All these names are very important, and that is why I said I'm going to speak very carefully. You see, a lot of experts globally say that it is nothing big, because you know what, Pakistan was a natural choice. Because Pakistan shares a border with Iran, it's an Islamic country, it shares a border with Iran. So it was a natural choice. Pakistan has got a fantastic relation with Donald Trump and United States. So everything fits. So Pakistan, that is why Pakistan was chosen. So it was a diplomatic decision rather than a strategic decision. I completely beg to differ. Donald Trump chose Pakistan because he wanted Pakistan. Pakistan was usable. Pakistan was usable for Donald Trump. And therefore, he chose Pakistan. Pakistan would be more prone to go by what Donald Trump wants. So therefore, Pakistan. Second, Pakistan was a country that will agree to everything what United States want. So Pakistan. And thirdly, most importantly, Pakistan was given that position so that Donald Trump can undermine India. By picking up Asif Munir as the mediator, he was actually trying to ensure that Asif Munir, a person who is seen as possibly absolutely aggressive against India, a person who is vocally aggressive against India, this man was given the platform, the pedestal to mediate so that Asif Munir is given credibility. This character called Asif Munir, who is a military head, who is an aggressor, is given credibility. This is exactly what Donald Trump wanted, and this is exactly what Donald Trump did. Donald Trump rewarded Pakistan for all that Pakistan did for him, rallying around him and, board of peace and all of that. Asif Munir's credibility is built, and somewhere down the line, in this meantime, undermine India. This is what I believe the reason is. बाकी सब तो ठीक है, proximity and border sharing है ना, बाकी सब ठीक है. चलो, ये number one. My colleague Jash Hirani had written an opinion piece where he had said that is Trump using Munir against Modi? This was way back in November. He had written this opinion piece. And that's exactly what is happening. And that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Trump is using Munir against Modi. Number two is, you see, I happened to listen to Mr. Shekhar Gupta's Cut the Clutter, where he says that, you see, India should keep out of all this. India should keep out of the table, because it is not necessary that every time we are there in the table. One of the major reasons that he cites is the fact that, you see, how can India be seen as an ally to US? You see, Pakistan has already been seen as a non-NATO ally to US, but how can India be seen as a non-NATO ally? Because if India is seen as a non-NATO ally, possibly, there'll be huge UN cry in India, possibly meaning that Rahul Gandhi and others will create problems in India, go back to Narendra surrender and all of that. So that is possibly what he meant by that, is what I understand. Is that really true? Hasn't India announced that we are kind of a non-NATO informal ally of America a zillion times? If not, what was this?
India-USA relations are no longer just another partnership. It is a far greater and closer relationship.
Now, before a lot of us write down saying that, listen, alliance means military alliance and defense alliance and all that, you see, let me be very clear. Alliance doesn't mean defense alliance alone. Alliance means two countries coming together to work for a common cause. And that common cause could be to support each other, militarily support each other, technologically support each other, from a cultural perspective, whatever. Alliance technically means coming together. And that is what India tried to do with America and America tried to do with India, which is why I say that India is also a non-NATO alliance of America. And I don't say this. Americans say this too.
And the president and the secretary of treasury and the whole national security team came to this decision because our allies in India, as you know, Lalit, have been good actors and have previously stopped buying sanctioned Russian oil.
So what? Are we trying to play ostrich by using jargons and saying that, listen, what if this happens? It could be major catastrophe in India and all that. All this happened. All over the years, all this happened. America was supposed to be India's best friend at one point in time. Narendra Modi, hear this.
Friends, I present to you my friend, India's friend, the President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump. हम सब खड़े होकर के नमस्ते ट्रम्प, नमस्ते ट्रम्प.
All this happened, no, we all remember. So what were we kind of positioning at this point in time? Weren't we trying to say to the world that we are the biggest and most closest ally of America? How is it different? We are not neutral. We have taken sides. And the fact that we went 2 days before the bombing and we spoke what we spoke, this is what he said.
India stands with Israel firmly, with full conviction in this moment and beyond.
It clearly means that we have taken sides. So we are not neutral anymore. Okay? We are not neutral and we don't have influence either. Where do we stand then? What is our role? How are we relevant in this area, in this region? We have no voice. We have absolutely no voice. We just sit and be a spectator while America and Pakistan and all sort problems out. Is that what this entire 14 years have been? Vishwa Guru and all of that? Year after year, we have been telling you that, listen, there is nothing great that is happening about India. Just because a few NRIs go and does event in one place or does some reception in other or some howdy Modi happens, that does not make us a world power and all that. We've been telling you constantly, we've been trolled too because of that. But the fact remains that that is a fact. So let's first talk about what exactly do I mean by perception and reality. You see, if you go by this same pure research, Indians, we sitting in India, think that we are getting stronger. 68% of our people think that our influence over the world is getting stronger. 68% of people think. 19% of the people say that it is about the same. कुछ बड़ा नहीं है, कुछ घटा नहीं है. It is almost the same. It is the same as what it was before. It is the same. And 13% says it is getting weaker. ठीक है ना? This is what India feels. We feel, the 68% of us feel that our influence is getting stronger. Okay, 68%. Now let me come to the reality, which means what the world is seeing us. In fact, this is the median of 19 countries. 19 countries out of the 23 countries which they have, 23 plus 1, that is India, 23 countries they have researched. 19 countries median is only 28% of this 19 countries feel that our influence has grown. 48% says that we were where we were. जो पहला था आज भी वही है. Grow वो नहीं हुआ है. It is the same as what it was before. And 13%, which actually matches with our own perception, 13% says that we have gone weaker. Are? Which means that there is a definite difference between what we perceive about ourselves and our international influence and all that, and what internationally people perceive ourselves. Watch what's happening today. Watch what happened. See what happened after Sindoor. After Operation Sindoor, who supported us? Nobody. We sent our people across the globe. They had a good time, I'm sure. What happened? What did we achieve? See what is happening now. It was a lot of people across the globe thought that Modi would be the possible obvious choice because India was supposed to be the global South voice. A lot of people thought that Modi would be the person who would be bringing about this or would be mediating between US and Iran.
I think you have to find an intermediary, first of all, someone who is not part of the problem. My personal preference, if I were advising the president, is to call Prime Minister Modi in India. Now you can say, well, he was just in Israel. Well, that's fine. He has good relations with Israel. That's not a bad thing. He also has good relations with Iran.
But we were picked out and put in the side. This is where we stood then and this is where we stand now. And let us be very clear. At least now let us be very clear because it is time we wake up and smell the coffee. It is time we realize where we actually stand. You can, from morning to night, you can blame Nehru. You can now blame Rahul Gandhi for whatever is happening or whatever didn't happen. All that we can do. But this is the fact. The fact is that we were not invited. The fact is that we were kept out. And that was by a design and it was not default. Two countries almost in the same situation, but one country supposedly to be far more economically developed and far more perceived powerful in the region. Why was this country sidelined and the other country chosen? Can you think of a reason? Another point that is spoken about is India should not go or India should not mediate. Arey bhaiya, India should not mediate is a different question. India is not called for mediation. That is the question number one. India is not called. Whether India should go or not is something that we can discuss later on. Why are we not discussing the fact that India is not called and why India is not called? That is a major issue. Now let me address one more issue that was brought up. You see, people say that Pakistan is very close to all Arabic countries. They are a Muslim country themselves, so they are very close to Arabic country. And they have been close to Arabic countries for years together now. So many years they have been close. First question is, does diplomacy work that way? So you are close to Arabic country for 100 years, so you get to mediate. You are close to Arabic countries for 30 years, so you don't get to mediate. Your number comes next. Is that how diplomacy works? I fail to understand that. See, to the best of my knowledge, I think the only possible person in this particular region who must have got this many awards from Arabic countries, Saudi Arabia gave these are the highest civilian awards, by the way. And all these have been received by our good Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. Saudi Arabia gave the Order of the King, Abdul Aziz. United Arab Emirates, Order of Zayed. Bahrain has given King Ahmad Order. Kuwait, Order of Mubarak Al-Kabir. Oman, Order of Oman. All these highest civilian awards have been given to Mr. Narendra Modi. And are we saying that no, Pakistan is more closer to Arab countries than we are? But all the highest civilian awards are with our Prime Minister. Is there a logic? And somewhere down the line, aren't these excuses? Aren't these pure excuses to cover up the real issue? My point number 3 and my final point in this editorial. You see, what happened, and all that is fine. Debate, whether you should be part of the table or you should be the menu and all that. That's something that you can decide. Please write down in your comment box. But the point I want to ask you today. India's External Affairs Ministry has failed Indian government, has failed Indian people. If this was a corporate company, if this was a professionally run government, there should be somebody who should be asked questions. Somebody needs to be answerable. Somebody needs to be answerable. Somebody needs to call Mr. Jaishankar and say, "Kyun humko kyun nahi bulaya gaya?" Because end of the day, it was his responsibility. It was his responsibility. Somebody needs to be answering that. Is Jaishankar going to be questioned? Is Jaishankar going to be asked? I want to ask my Prime Minister, what was all this all about? What was all your PR all about? Because end of the day, when it came to payback, nothing happened. You went and you did all kind of shows at whatever money spent there, all the shows happened. What did India get in return? Today I ask you, I've been asking you for last 10 years. Today I'm asking you, answer me. What did India get in return? Point number one. Point number two. You see, we've been constantly saying our external affairs ministry has no strategy. A lot of people wrote to me, what are you talking about? How do you know they are experts? We have no strategy. One day we praise Trump. Second day, Trump picks us up, throws us out. And here we are. One day we agree to trade agreement. Second day we stop our trade agreement. One day we go praise Iran. One day we go praise Israel. Second day we go praise Iran. Look at our policies. Look at our foreign policy. Look at our strategy. We have none. These are ad hoc strategies. Aren't you seeing this? We have created some kind of a illusion about ourselves that we are Vishwa Gurus and the whole world respects us and Papa War Rukwadi and all that. We've created all this. This is the reality. And the reason we are standing today where we are standing is because we absolutely lack strategy, which is what I've been saying before, and I repeat myself, we lack strategy. No matter how you want to defend this, no matter how you want to defend the current situation, call it the fact that it is all Rahul Gandhi's fault, all Nehru's fault, like I said before, you can say whatever you want, but end of the day, it is the fault of the government. It is our government's incapability that we today are almost silent spectator in an event that is happening in our region. Like I said, we are neither neutral nor in this entire attempt to be seen as powerful, we are not even relevant now. This is our status. Till I see you next time. That's tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.